Hello, it's William Johnny. Welcome to my channel. So this is a serious video of photography and with combination of digital art. Okay, so let's combine what we learned. So a quick review. We learn about aperture, about the shutter speed, about the ISO, and if you combine the three together, we can get a triangle. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to make it a triangle. Okay. Okay, this is a really badly drawn triangle, so let's do that again. Yeah, let's make a perfectly triangle. So if you combine the three together, first, here we got the aperture. So aperture, right? Remember, aperture often we use as a f, and it's a fraction. Okay, so we can say f, something like yeah. By the way, the f sometimes we use like a capitalized f, and we use a certain number, so maybe 2.8, something like that, and then f. If you use like a not capitalized f, like small f, you might get divided by certain things. So for example, if it's 2.8, let me just move it here, or you can say f divided by 2.8. Okay, since it's a really small denominator, and yeah, so it's like a f divided by 2.8, you will get a pretty big result. So that will give you a pretty big hole for the light to come through. Okay, and then all the way, just make it the division, make it like a bigger and bigger. Maybe there will be a say f divided by say 22, something like that. So it will be a really small and so only this amount of light can come through, and I'm going to fill the rest with black. Okay, so in terms of depth of field, so for example here you have a pretty like flat image, so we're focused on one person, right? You want focused on person, and rest of the background will be blurred out with something like this. Okay, if you use this, it will be a person, and I don't know, maybe there are some trees, okay, flowers, sky, right, sun, something like that. Yeah, so that really depends, really depends. And because it's a exposure triangle, so let's think about this. Is this aperture will give you a brighter final image, or this will give you a brighter image? Just use your common sense. This just got a little hole, right? So this absolutely darker, and extreme value darker, and this got a bigger hole, more light, brighter. So let's add another layer. So go this way, you got brighter, right? Okay, so this is the aperture. What about another? Okay, what about the shutter speed? So here will be the shutter speed. So let's think about this. You have to make a triangle, okay? So you can make it like clockwise or anti-clockwise. Right now, I think maybe anti-clockwise will be better. So here, here, so it should go something here. Okay, so they will be brighter. Oh, let's do that reversely. So it's like reverse engineering. So if this go brighter, the shutter speed, let's think about this. You want to go brighter, so the shutter speed should give it like more slow shutter speed, like slowest speed. And here, say I don't know, maybe 20 seconds. Okay, doesn't really matter. In fact, just more seconds. So I'm just to make a I'm not sure, just some placeholder here. Or let's just use fraction for this. So for example, 15 as a fraction of a second. So in fact, it's like 1 divided by 15. Okay, and then maybe there will be like a 30, or maybe say 60, all the way to maybe it really depends. So for example, you got a really high-end camera that can capture really slow motion. You might get 1,000. Okay, 1,000. Okay, so if you think about this, the time is longer, so the shutter will open longer and allow more light come through and then close. So this will be brighter. Absolutely. This will be light. Yeah, just that amount of exposure. So they will be darker. Okay. Then let's look at here. Another arrow that combine these two. Okay. This will be our ISO. So ISO will be sensitivity. Okay. So if this will be go brighter, so this is more sensitive. Okay. So more sensitive, and say maybe 3,200, something like that, and this will be maybe just 100. So it's like a really bright sun, middle of the day. You want to use your ISO, you should get just 100. It'll give you really pretty decent result. Okay, so then maybe 200, 400, 800, something like that. So it always like a double it. Okay, so yeah, we talk about the sort of like the advantage of the exposure triangle, but there are also like disadvantage. So for example, the obvious disadvantage, let me use the different color for this. So really small ISO will give you less noise, but really high ISO, if you use this really high ISO, the environment must be pretty dark, so there will be more noise. Okay, so it got like a more grainy. Yeah. So about shutter speed. So if you got more shutter speed, which means that you got more time for the different opportunity for the light to shoot at your sensor, you'll become pretty blurry, right? And this will give you pretty clear image, because it's and just so little of the time that nearly everything is pretty still. Okay, but what about this? This will give you a blur background, but it kind of lose the background information. Just focus on the thing that you want to focus on. So depth of field also will be affected, and this will be like include more information, more info. That really depends. So it's not like an advantage or disadvantage, but rather just a you have to find a sweet spot. And some of you may say, hey, I already know how to get the perfect spot. This is the perfect spot, right? So I just use, say, the aperture of I'm not sure, maybe it's just half, maybe f8, okay? And here I got this shutter speed of I don't know, maybe 250. One divided by, of course, is everything's a fraction. So ISO maybe 800. I'll just use the 3 settings. It doesn't work like that. Okay, if only it's just so simple. Okay, that will make photographers' life so much easier. But it doesn't work like that. because this is just some demonstration of how normally this will work, but photography is just so much more. Okay, so for example, you don't want some photo to be really bright. So for example, you're looking at a just hide everything else. Maybe you're looking at a photo, something like this. You got a pretty dark background. Okay, so there's a mountain. All that is a mountain. Yeah. You have to. Yeah, maybe all this is mountain. And let me just close this. Okay, so all this is mountain, and there's like the subject is here. Okay, so the subject is here, and he or she, or whatever pronoun that they prefer. Yeah, I'm sort of I'm not a native speaker, so I respect the world culture, but I don't know how to express that in English. Sorry about that. So yeah, so the climber, the person who climbed the mountain or whatever you want to call this. Okay, so I'm not sure. Maybe you want to focus on this guy, okay, and you want to focus on the maybe there's like a sun going out, something like really bright color, something like that. Maybe yellowish color. Yeah, maybe there's like a sun shining here, right? Some shine, maybe something like this. Okay, this is just to give you a sense of what's going on, and there's cloud everywhere. Let me just use a different brush. Okay, maybe there's like a cloud texture. Just add some texture, some bluish, darkish blue. I'm going to cover this, say it will be a cloud. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so you may not get the opportunity to take a perfect like the center in the triangle, exposure triangle. Sometimes it's absolutely pretty dark, and you might need to, if you got the auto setting. Okay, you might take some photo like this. Okay, so you might just give this some stone the color. Okay, you might just get something like this. Okay, because everything is just use a flashlight, use the ISO, up ISO, you got more based on same information, you got more sensitive. Okay, so it's changed a little bit more. You might just get something like this. But as a photographer or as a artist, as a digital artist, you don't want that. You want this kind of thing. Okay, you want this silhouette sort of feeling. Okay, what about that? So it's more about what you want to tell as a story. I want to do something specific, artistic like this, so I will just do something like this rather than using the like algorithm or using a formula. So that's what I want to share with you guys about the exposure triangle. Okay, and thanks. Bye.